Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the 718 Spyder. And I am somewhere in the English countryside looking for two things. The first one is summer, because it is the middle of summer right now in the UK. And I brought out the Spyder, which obviously means that it had to start raining. So yes, it's currently raining. I am, however, optimistic, as only a British man can be in the UK in the middle of summer, that the sun will finally find its way through the clouds and join us for the day. That's the first thing I'm looking for. The second thing I'm looking for is a 718 Spyder RS. I'm going to a Porsche meet today, and one of the chaps who goes there regularly, who buys more cars than some car dealerships I know, but he's just taken ownership of, or he's taking ownership of today, a brand new 718 Spyder, and he said he's going to come to the meet if he can collect it in time. So he's picking it up this morning and he's taking it to the meet, and I'm going to the meet in the hopes that he will be there with that car. Anyway, let's get on the road. Hopefully we'll find some sunshine along the way. Yes, I've got my summer fleece. Unbelievable. It has, to be honest, last week was very nice. The weather was very nice. Anyway, I'm hoping that we will still get some sun, and then I'm going to put the roof down and enjoy myself. Now, the first thing you might be thinking is, didn't he just make a video saying that he's getting rid of his 718 Spyder? As you can see, I still have it. Now, what you don't know is, when I made that video, I actually had arranged already to take it to the dealer to sell it. And I was supposed to drop it off a couple of days after I made that video. I then proceeded to tell him that I was having second thoughts and I needed more time to think about it. And yeah, and that's where we stand currently. So I still have the car. I still haven't decided long term what I'm going to do with it. So yes, the sun is starting to come out. Time to pull over. Well, the sun's finally come out, which is a nice addition to the day. I was quite miserable when I started this trip this morning. Amazing what a difference the sun makes. Yeah, he's here. The guy with the new car is here. Right, so the great news is I've arrived at the meet, and the chap's new Spyder RS is here. He just parked it next to my car so I can do a little bit of a comparison. It's got 69 miles on it. He's just picked it up this morning. Going to compare my Spyder, look at some of the things that are different on the two cars. Obviously the big elephant in the room is the engine. The RS has got the engine from the 911 GT3, whereas my car still has a 4-litre engine, but the engine in my car was originally a 3-litre engine from the 991, 911, and they bought it out to 4 litres and removed the turbos, and that's how they came up with that engine. So my engine has 420 horsepower, and the GT3 engine in the Spyder RS has just under 500. I think it's 493 horsepower. So anyway, let's have a look at the two cars. We'll look at some of the details that they've changed between the two cars. 69 miles on the clock, crazy. And we're going to look at some of the differences between the two cars, because there are subtle differences that you might not necessarily notice. I just noticed a new one since this is the first time I've seen one out in the wild, so to speak. And there are some differences. So the first difference that I can see, if you look at the air intakes here, they're different. Now this car doesn't have the Visac pack on it, but the Visac pack on this particular car is just exposed carbon fiber, and it's £10,000, so it's crazy. Now what apparently is, what they've done is they've just painted, this is carbon fiber, and this is carbon fiber. Now these would normally be exposed carbon fiber with the Visac pack, but they're just painted matte black. So, you know, £10,000 for exposed carbon fiber, and some on the mirrors is a lot of money. So anyway, the differences, mine, I've got these different shaped thing. I do like those. I think I would definitely want a set of those if I decide to keep my car. Obviously this car's got center lock wheels like my 911. Mine's got 5-stud. He does have the same carbon ceramic brakes that my car has. Now another big difference, the front wing, it's got, this is carbon fiber. Oh, it sounds similar actually. This is carbon fiber. Obviously it's got this vent in the top, and also it has this sculpted part here, which this is why you know it's carbon fiber, because they can do that with carbon fiber. So that's a major difference. Now we go to the front of the car. We've got, effectively looks the same, and if you didn't see them side by side you might not notice, but the front lip is a different shape. If I show you mine, see it's just sort of squared off, and on his it's more sculpted, right? It also has these little winglets here on the side. You can see the gap between them. My car doesn't have that. It just has this kind of, it's a winglet similar operation, but it doesn't protrude like that one. Big difference as well, the bonnet, or the hood if you're in the US. If you see it's got these sculpted lines in the bonnet, and it's got the intakes for brake cooling, and also that bonnet is carbon fiber, whereas mine is not. Mine doesn't have the knacker ducts, and it doesn't have those sculpted lines on it as well, which I think really makes the car look better. I don't know whether I think it necessarily looks better, or it's just because it's new. I'm not sure, but I really do like the look of that. We've got a different hood. I mean the soft top. That is a completely different system, because they had to, on my car, look at my car, I'll do it on this side. We've got this Spyder thing here. This is where the roof plugs in. But on this car, they've got these air intakes for the engine. So they had to take those away, the ones that my car has. So they had to fit this custom one on here. And they've completely changed the roof. The roof on this one is in 2 pieces. You can see he's currently got the top up, but this back bit is completely missing. It's like a rain hood rather than a roof, whereas mine is a 1-piece roof. Now another thing that's different is this I didn't initially notice any difference. Now, because he doesn't have the Visac pack, on the Visac pack cars they have a little extra lip on top made out of exposed carbon fiber, which he doesn't have. which means it's not necessary. But if you look at the shape of that and the shape of mine, it's kind of hard to see on the video actually, but his is taller than mine, goes up a little bit higher. And I believe it's fixed on this car. I don't believe mine raises up at 75 miles an hour. I believe that the one on the Spyder RS is fixed, it doesn't move. Now, another thing that is different, if we look at the rear diffuser on my car, and then when I switch, whoop, you can see there's an extra little lip down there, which my car doesn't have. Obviously all to do with air and direction of the air, to probably make it a little bit more aerodynamic. Also, because this car doesn't have the Weissach pack, he doesn't have the titanium tailpipes, and he has the same tailpipes as I have on my car, exactly the same. I think that's pretty much it. I can't think of anything else. So what would I do? What would I take from this styling wise to put onto my car? Well, first of all, I would do the bonnet, for sure. I would probably change out this lip, the front lip and the little side winglets. I would do that. I'd like to have, in actual fact, I think I'd just like to have the whole front end. I like those front wings. They will be fantastically expensive from Porsche. My 911 has carbon wings, which I bought, which were from the 997 GT2 RS, and I bought them new from Porsche, and they were £6,000 each. So they will be fantastically expensive. But yeah, I would take, the front bumper's the same. You can keep your hood, because I've seen the way it goes on and off, and mine's enough of a faff, but that is no. I would take those side bits as well. Yeah, I think that's about it really. I think I might be tempted to have that taller hump and then fix it so it doesn't go up and down. Maybe I would be tempted to do that. All right, we'll go to the inside. Mine, I think they look pretty similar. We've got the same seats, obviously the same PCM, the stereo unit. They call them PCMs on Porsches. So we'll switch over and look at Harry's car, and you can see it is pretty much the same seats. Inside, he's got the carbon fiber, which my car has, but his is dry carbon, which mine's a gloss carbon, as you can see. Excuse all the camera equipment. Same steering wheel. He's got the yellow stripe here. Now, one of the things I always wanted to do on mine, if you look at my steering wheel, see those little silver vents around the edges on the spokes, the silver ones? I always wanted mine to be black like the GT4. Well, in the RS, they've done that. They've made them black, and I think it looks much, much better. Apart from that, he's got contrast stitching in red. I've got mine in yellow. Obviously, the gear stick is different. I'm not sure if I like that or not. I'll probably get used to it. Looks like a manual gearbox, but it's not. It's PDK. Subtle differences. But apart from that, the interior is the same. I'll show you under the bonnet. All right. So, see that carbon fiber? And it's like an exposed carbon, but it's a dry carbon. It's not got any coating on it, and it actually feels quite rough. You could light a match on this, no problem. I'm staying in this car now, look at that. So yeah, so that's different, but everything else inside, apart from these little holes here, which is for the knacker ducts, for the air to go down to cool the brakes down here. Mine doesn't have that, but everything else is the same. All right, heading home. Woohoo! Only on the country roads, no motorways. Just collected the car from a Porsche specialist, and I've just paid a lot of money to get it fixed.